Ali from Little Hill Homestead. Today is Christmas in July day, I don't know, there's only one day to go at this point, so this is coming down to the final days. But on today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make your own dehydrated sourdough starter. So you do have to have sourdough or know somebody that has a sourdough starter or some discard that they're willing to donate to you to be able to do this. But if you can find that and have that, it makes a cute little gift set. Like, how cute is this little gift set? I do have a tutorial on the channel already. I'm gonna link below on how to make the jar bonnets. They're just really cute little reversible jar bonnets. This is just a thrift store jar. I'm gonna show you how to make the dehydrated sourdough. Let me cover my mouth here the whole time. I'm gonna show you guys how to make the dehydrated sourdough and show you these little cute bags. And then of course any wooden spoon, because you need one of those in your life. But I'm gonna show you how to turn your sourdough starter into dehydrated, or you don't even need a dehydrator, to be honest with you guys. So let's get started. I have a baking sheet here and I have a piece of parchment paper on it. This is our sourdough Vinny. It's Vincent Van Dough. I am an artist, and so I thought that was funny. But I keep just a jar cover on it, and then I keep a little piece of plastic wrap so that it doesn't get too dried out. I fed Vinny. Okay, let me start with two things. You can use discard. If you have old discard in your fridge that's like 2 weeks old, totally use it. It takes a little bit longer to reconstitute. You probably have to feed it an extra day or two at the tail end of rehydrating, but it will work. This I fed, he was bubbly and beautiful, and he fell already, so he's fresh. But on our parchment paper, you're just gonna take some of your sourdough, and we're just gonna blob it on there like that. Now the key here is to get this really thin so that it dries faster. So I am using just a rubber spatula to spread it out. If your sourdough is more active than mine is currently, it will have bubbles through it. It doesn't matter, you guys. Okay. It is really hot at our house today, so I'm probably gonna stick this on my screen porch to let it dry. And usually it takes a day or two to fully dry. If you have a dehydrator, you're gonna put it in there on the lowest setting. You don't want this to get too hot or it kills the good yeast bacteria that you use in sourdough. So you don't want it to get too hot, which is why I'm just gonna do it on the porch. If you do it in your dehydrator lowest setting, if you have an oven with a fan inside of it, a convection oven, you can just pop it in there and turn on just the fan with no heat. That will also dry it out. You want to stick just a fan in front of it? Go for that too. The whole thing is you just want it to get really dry. Okay. That's it, you guys. Do you see it? How thin we were able to get it? That's it. Now go stick that in a place and let it dry. I am going to, like I said, go stick it on my screen porch because it's nice and warm because it's July. This is great. Also, if you are a sourdough baker like myself and you want to save some of your sourdough in case everybody kills their sourdough once in a while, in case you get a little mold or something going on, you can start fresh with your same sourdough that you've used forever. So this is good for that as well. So, lovely. So I'm going to go stick this outside, and then I will come back in the next day or two once it's fully dry to kind of show you the process of where we're going to go with this. It has been a couple of days and my sourdough starter has been chilling on my porch. This is what it looks like now. Does it look a little different? It does a little bit, right? So I want to show you one area that did not dry all the way, just so you kind of know what we're looking for. Okay, so this sample is completely dried. It crumbles apart super duper easily. Then you can see on this one, do you see it looks wet still right here? If you squeeze it, it's a little bit damp. So I'm gonna throw that one away because it's the only bubble that I have in the whole thing that just didn't do anything. And it leaves us with all this beautiful, what we consider now, shelf-stable sourdough starter. So this will last indefinitely at this point, as long as you put it in a cute little container to keep moisture off of it. So for our Christmas in July little gift version of this, I got these cute little bags. I will link them below. They're from Amazon, of course. You can't see it on this one, but it does have a clear little stripe on it in the front. These little bags, if you have a food saver or even like a hair flat iron that you can turn pretty hot, this end right here, you can seal shut. So that's what I typically do, is they're completely sealed shut. The person who gets them just tears this little tab, and then they have the perfect little airtight snap. It's not airtight, but it's a good little way to store some sourdough. So all you're gonna do at this point is crumble this up, you guys. I probably should have put an apron on. I'm not going to. Just crumble it up. That's it. If you want to run it through a food processor or a blender just really quickly, you just pulse it. It will get a little bit finer texture, but you don't have to do that. You could also like roll it up in a dish towel or something and kind of hit it to do this as well. If you want to just be messy, here's some on my arm. You're good. It looks like unleavened crackers at this point. If anybody wants to do communion, you're set. It's not really what it is, but so you're just gonna break it apart. That is all. I don't even know if you guys can see. I'm literally just squishing it with my hands, and that's it. You now shooting it all over the kitchen. Okay, so like I was saying, typically I will run it through my food processor just to get it to be uniform shape, and it's a little bit easier to reconstitute. Don't have to. That is what this would normally be. Do you see the texture of that one? So for these ones though, these little doodads open at the top. They're like a Ziploc, basically, at the top. Oh, come on. This is just a me problem, by the way. It has a Ziploc closure on the inside of it. And I just take a couple ounces of this. If you want to be super particular and measure, you totally can. You usually need, excuse me, like an ounce-ish to get your starter started, or a couple tablespoons of this to get your starter started initially. So all I'm going to do is take some of our little cracker mixture and put it in our bag. Let's squeeze it down a little bit so it looks a little nicer. A little handful goes a long way with these. So all you would do now is seal the top shut like of your Ziploc. Make sure the air is out of it. And then like I was saying, if you want to seal the top, totally optional. You would just put heat on the top, either for like a food saver, and just use the little bar that's in it to hold it down. You can also do it with a flat iron. Just do it really quickly, and you will see when it is sealed, because this won't be able to be opened. So these bags, what I love about them is you get a boatload of them. They're just little craft bags. These ones are 3.5 by 5.5 inch version. They are plastic lined, so they're kind of like airtight. But you get, I don't even know how many are in here, you guys, probably 50 of them, and they're really not expensive. They sell them in different amounts. The other thing that I think I'm going to use these for is some of the bath salts and some of the seasoned salts and things, the rosemary salt and stuff that we've made through this journey. I'm going to do small amounts and put like a little gift basket together with a little of everything that we've made. And in order to do that and make it like, you know, kind of fun, I'm going to put them all in these littler bags so they go a little bit farther. You can write on these just with a regular old Sharpie. You can use a label maker, or if you like want to buy like the return address labels and print something really cute that says like happy holidays and blah, 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 it'll stick right on here as well. So that is kind of your options. But this is like our dehydrated sourdough, which is technically not dehydrated. So I don't know why they call it that. You can dehydrate it. We've gone over this. Just make sure it's really, really good and dry and that you don't have any moisture on it, and you're set. Let me tell you about the little gift set we were going to do with this. I think I showed you at the beginning, but honestly, the days are starting to blend together a little bit. So we have our dehydrated sourdough. A couple ounces of that are just going to be in a little bag. Then I just have a mason jar. Honestly, it's just a narrow, you could use a wide mouth. If you want to send somebody a Weck jar, those are really popular for sourdough starters. You could just use any kind of whatever from the thrift store, Walmart, wherever you get a jar. I stick a basic elastic on it. That's not an elastic, it's a rubber band, you guys. Basic rubber band on it, totally optional as well. That just tells people like how far it's risen. Like you can mark it where it starts, and then you can tell when it's doubled in size. So that is kind of what that is for. I'm going to link below. So I'm not going to show you how to do these again, the jar bonnets. There is a link below. We made these on the channel months and months ago. They're reversible. So you just pick two of your favorite fabrics. You can use fat quarters from Walmart and make these for like under $3 for this little guy. And then the last thing is any wooden spoon. I'll link these ones below. They're from Amazon. I just love them because they're just the right height to be able to get into the bottom easily to stir it. Plus wood looks so cute when you're gifting this. So typically when I gift it, I just tuck everything under your little rubber band and then put it all in a cute little box. And you've got this little, that doesn't look good because I did it on the fly, but you've got this cute little set And then the other thing that we are going to share with you guys is if you look below, there is a Google Google Doc. And it's the instructions that we actually used to sell when we sold this on Etsy. We worked really hard to come up with these instructions on how to rehydrate your starter and kind of go through the however many day process to bring it to fruition to make bread. So that is going to be below. If you want to change up the wording, or, I'd love to take credit for it, but if you want to remove our names from it, I just ask that you please don't sell it. If you guys don't jack my instructions that we worked really hard on and sell them. That's all I'm asking. But that is below. So the links to all this stuff, I would say in total, if you go on the right day to thrift stores, you can get jars for 50 cents. This is under $3. The spoons are about $1. Sourdough discard should be free if you already have it. And then these little bags, like I was saying, I think they're like 20 cents each once you break down the cost of this or something like that. So what is that? Like under $5 for this whole little gift. And if you gave this to somebody, okay, we sold them really reasonable when we did it because I don't like to jack the prices up too much. And apparently I like the word jack today. But if you go look at sourdough starter kits on like Etsy or anywhere, they're crazy expensive. They're like 30, 40 bucks. This cost you like under $5. And somebody's going to think like, oh my God, you thought so much of me that you did this. I mean, really, you can even buy Dollar Tree towels or placemats or any kind. They even have fabric there now. What am I talking about? To make these as well. It's just thread and 2 fabrics. I mean, you guys, this is a cute gift for $5. Yeah. So go make it. And even if you just want to gift this with the instructions on how to make your own sourdough, that's a great gift too. Just make it cute. Throw in a basket or something. I don't know. But anyways, if you are a sourdough lover or know somebody that is trying to get into sourdough, this is a great way to spend not a lot of money and give them something kind of cool. Okay, I'm done ranting, but that's how you make sourdough starter. Dehydrated sourdough starter. There you go. So that was Christmas in July day. I feel like we're on day 4,500. And I was debating if I was going to do every other day like we typically post 3 days a week. And I was debating, like, do I only do like a couple more? And then I started just doing every single day because I had too many ideas for you guys. And there were ones that I didn't even get to. So maybe we'll do Christmas in July next year again. Anyways, go take your starter, your sourdough discard that you've got, beg your friends for some, and make some of these for Christmas because it's going to be a hot item again, just like it was last Christmas. People like handmade, and this one's cool because they may be able to gift you back a loaf of sourdough. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyways, which if you make your own, you may not want, but hey, I like sourdough no matter who makes it. So anyways, that is all. If you guys are new to our channel, hit subscribe and like, and what does everybody say? Hit subscribe and like and comment below and you get the gist. But I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.